start off on a very positive note because we're seeing that the banking sector is recording robust earnings and overall performance is going well, I think in line with the economic recovery of the country. What would you say are the main factors that contributed to this positive performance?
The banking sector is doing well because the economy is doing well. Sri Lanka's GDP is growing at a rate of about 5%. FX rates are remaining constant. Colombo stock market daily gains and is making records. The remittances business is growing. Tourism is growing. Exports are growing. When the economy is doing well, the banking sector has to do well. There is a lot of economic activities that is happening in the country, and we foresee that this will continue with the right economic decisions being taken and the real concepts being practiced. I'm sure there will be robust growth in the banking sector as well as the economy.
If we look at the segments, let's say individuals, micros, big corporates, what would you say are the most pressing needs and requirements in terms of financial services that we see today?
We'll take the retailers, the individuals. We may need a vehicle. People are trying to get a new vehicle, right? Maybe a house. And on top of that, the SMEs, they will want to invest more in different segments. They will need more technology coming in. They will need more people to join them. Similarly, corporates, they might diversify, so they will need a lot of investments coming in. They might want to export, they might want to import. So there are so many needs that are coming in. So there is need for finances in a big way. And that is where the banks will come to support the economy.
Sri Lanka's economic recovery is spilling over to the banking sector as well. We spoke about all of this and more with the Director CEO of Perera Bank, Naleen Edirisinghe. Stay tuned.
When you have an ambition, trust your instincts, move forward. This is your moment to shape your future, to be independent, to strengthen yourself. Your time is now. Accelerate your progress, empowering your progress for a fulfilled life. Union Assurance.
For 30 years, LMD has been the voice of business in Sri Lanka, capturing the pulse of the nation's corporate landscape through its iconic covers. Each cover tells a story, from the first edition in 1994 to the present day, narrating key moments, leaders and trends that have shaped Sri Lanka's business ecosystem. Over the years, LMD covers have featured thought leaders, business pioneers and game-changing innovations, reflecting the evolution of industries and the economy. As we celebrate 30 years, these covers represent more than just publications. They are a testament to LMD's legacy of excellence in business journalism and its unwavering commitment to being Sri Lanka's leading voice of business. LMD, Sri Lanka's voice of business, a legacy of 30 years.
Hello and welcome to LMDtv. We're focusing on the banking sector today. And I'm here with the Director and CEO of Perera Bank, Naleen Edirisinghe. Welcome to our show.
Thank you, Ruwandi.
I want to start off on a very positive note because we're seeing that the banking sector is recording robust earnings and overall performance is going well, I think in line with the economic recovery of the country. What would you say are the main factors that contributed to this positive performance?
Yeah, Ruwandi. Thank you very much for inviting me. Number one is, actually it's right to say that the banking sector is doing well because the economy is doing well.
Okay.
If you look at it, Sri Lanka's GDP is growing at a rate of about 5%. Then the FX rates are remaining constant. Then the Colombo stock market is recording daily gains and is making records. Then the remittances business is growing, tourism is growing, exports are growing. So naturally, when the economy is doing well, the banking sector has to do well.
Yeah.
So on top of that, if you really look at it, the digital drive, which is being championed by the banking sector,
Yes.
is also gaining momentum. And because of that, there is a lot of economic activities that is happening in the country. And we foresee that this will continue with the right economic decisions being taken and the real concepts being practiced. I'm sure there will be robust growth in the banking sector as well as the economy.
Lovely. That's a good start. I want to talk to you more about the digital side of things, but if I ask you this question first, like you said, the country is moving on a very good direction. What would you say is the need for the government and of course the sector to come up with an equitable economic framework so that the citizens' needs are addressed and as well as the stakeholders' needs, such as the banks, are addressed?
Yes. Now, if you look at it, uh, equitable income, I think for me, through my experience, comes through experience and age,
Okay.
right? So you can't expect a youngster to have the income of a person who is 50 to 60 years old,
Yeah.
right? So similarly, that is on the retail side. Even in the now corporate side, if we'll take it as three segments. One is the corporate. Now corporate entities will have good income, right? But SMEs will not have the same kind of income, right? So SMEs need to become corporates to have that income, right? It will take some time. So similarly, low maybe the low graded corporates will take some time to become a big corporate. Yes. Right. And as I said, my example, a 20-year-old retailer,
Yeah.
for him to get the same income, it will take some time. So we must, equitable income will not come in a sudden way. It will take some time. So a country like Sri Lanka, which ran through a real economic collapse, so we are turning around. So for the country, the individuals like you and me, then the small
SMEs.
SMEs, and then the micros, for them to grow up, it will take some time. So naturally, it's actually the government's thinking has to be that everybody should get a good income,
Yeah.
so that they can live a good life. So that I think that is the slogan of the government as well, for everybody to be happy set of people and having a good income. So I'm sure with the banks getting involved, supporting the retailers, supporting the SMEs, supporting the corporates, there will be equitable income in the coming years in Sri Lanka.
So this thing, I like it that you, talked of different segments of customers. If we look at the segments, let's say individuals, micros, big corporates, what would you say are the most pressing needs and requirements in terms of financial services that we see today?
Right. So if you look at it, we'll take the retailers, right? That is the people like you, the individuals. We may need a vehicle,
Yeah.
right? Naturally, the vehicles are on the roads now, new vehicles on the road.
Yes.
People are trying to get a new vehicle, right? Maybe a house, right? A house and a vehicle is something that people strive for, right? And on top of that, the SMEs,
Yeah.
right? They will want to invest more in different segments. They will need more technology coming in,
Sure.
right? So they will need more people to join them, right? Similarly, corporates, they might diversify, right? So they will need a lot of investments coming in. They might want to export. They might want to import. So there are so many needs that are coming in. So we see as bankers, right? People trying to get a lease to buy a vehicle, right? To get a motor bicycle, right? Maybe a solar system to their houses, right? A lot of economic activities happening,
Yeah.
right? So there is need for finances in a big way, and that is where the banks will come to support the economy.
Right. And do you see, like you were talking about leases, loans, of course, at one point we saw a lot of uncertainty for banks as well as the people who took the loans. Are things looking better now in terms of?
Definitely better.
Okay.
We've seen people paying their loans on time, right? Individuals paying their loans in time, SMEs paying their loans in time, and corporates paying their loans in time. So we also see a lot of activities happening in their accounts.
Yeah.
So this naturally shows that there is growth in economy. There is growth in economy, and it's for us to sustain that growth, right? It's for the government, the private sector, and the individuals to behave properly and to have that sustainable economy going, so that we will not
Fall down again.
fall down again.
It's time now to take a very short break, but we'll soon be back to talk more about the banking sector.
Display your brand message on digital screens at prime locations. The largest digital advertising network in Sri Lanka. Emerging Media.
Welcome back to the show. We're in conversation with the Director CEO of Pan Asia Bank, Naleen Edirisinghe. Mr. Edirisinghe, in one of your previous answers, you mentioned the digital economy, the digitalization. Now, in this area, we see that Sri Lanka's banks have taken a very pioneering kind of stance. And banks are, I don't know whether it's correct to say, banks are pushing the agenda towards digitalization. How is the momentum going now?
Okay, it's like this, Ruwandi. Now, if you look at it, digital side has two aspects. One is digitalization, where our customers see our digital systems getting improved. On the other side, digitization is where our internal processes gets improved.
Yes.
So naturally, that the effect of that also will go to the customers, right? For an example, now a mobile app would help customers, right? And if you have the QR payments, now say India is far ahead of us,
Yes.
right? In India, even in payments, QR payment method is used, right? So that of course, when it comes to digital, payments are the most important, right? Where people can pay to buy their goods and services, right? So mobile app is one thing which the banks is making headway, right? Each and every bank is trying their level best to upgrade their mobile apps so that it will be easy for the customers to transact. Now see the things that are being done, even government payments,
Yes.
right? So if I'm living in Talawatugoda and I want to make a payment, my rates payment to Maharagama Pradeshya Sabha, I can make it through my mobile app. I don't have to go to Maharagama Pradeshya Sabha to do that, right? So things have become so easy, and the transparency in those, right? Whereas if we were to previously go to Maharagam Pradeshya Sabha, we would be staying in queues and we might get the support of some others, right? You know how it works, right? So now it's very easy and it's very transparent, right? Similarly, now see, a bank like ours, Pan Asia Bank, we have come up with a customer onboarding platform, right? Which is very fast to onboard a customer. It takes only less than 10 minutes. Whereas it was previously, it took about 40 minutes to open an account for a customer. Right? So all this adds value to customers. Right? And of course, even with regard to the bank also, it's cost effective.
Yes.
right? Finally, the bank's costs come down. Now, with regard to your first question, right? You said the banks are doing really well. One of the reasons is that the bank's cost to income has come down substantially due to digitalization efforts, right? So this is what even the government should do,
Yes, of course.
right? If the government starts digitalization with regard to their entities, naturally the processes will be faster, more accurate. There will be more transparency. There need not be middlemen, right? So many things will add to the economy, right? So I think digitalization is the way forward, and I think as a country, as a government, I think we are going that way, and that's the way we need to go.
Exactly. Completely agree with you there, Mr. Edirisinghe. And you mentioned that banks, of course, they have their separate digitalization agendas and drives. But as we are moving forward to a digital economy, how important is interbank collaboration? And how can we really get started on that?
Yes, now not only interbank,
Yeah.
maybe the government coming in, because all this is to do with payments, right? So naturally, we need to interconnect. That's what my first example with regard to a rate payment,
Yes.
right? Not only rate payments, see CB payments, right? Then the water supply, right? Now, if you look at it, I have not gone to those institutions for a long time because I'm using my Pan Asia Bank mobile app to make that payment, right? So it's what's happening is you save a lot of time, right? You say if I am to pay that electricity bill, I have to take my vehicle, I have to use my driver, I have to use my petrol, right? And my wear and tear of my vehicle, right? Then I go there and sometimes I get angry for waiting in queues, right? So many things.
Yes.
So many things. Now it's a click of a button from my office and I pay my bill, right? So all entities should get together and drive this digital economy. Now, I will give you another example. Now, we as banks, we think now we have the ATMs in our banks, right? So we thought now each and every bank has different guidelines in the ATM. So if actually anybody can go to any ATM and withdraw.
Yeah.
That is how the system has been made. Many people don't know that. They go to their bank ATM to make that withdrawal. But actually, if you are banking with any other bank, you can also come to Pan Asia Bank and make that withdrawal. Right? So what we are trying to do is we make that screen uniformed, so that a customer who goes to any other bank also will find it like similar in our bank also. So things like those should come up, and people should be educated with regard to digitalization. People should know the value of digitalization. So I think that is where even the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, we have a government payment platforms where we show now. There was one in Nuwara, one in Dambulla, one in Hambantota. So people from rural areas getting to digital economy. So we are advising them. So these sort of education things must happen in Sri Lanka so that all people are included in this effort.
Digital drive. Lovely. Mr. Edirisinghe, it's been a very, very quick flowing conversation, but we are sadly reaching the end. But I want to end with a question, about people, but focusing on the labor force, because yes, digitization is going on, but any company, banks, labor force will play a very big role in terms of value addition. How do you see that value addition happening today, and what are the challenges also?
Yeah. Ruwandi, good question. If you look at it, the Sri Lankan labor force is highly skilled, highly literate,
Yeah.
right? And they have common sense, right? That is why people from Sri Lanka are being attracted to other countries, right? People from Sri Lanka, as far as I know, I have my friends abroad, they say they are doing a better job than any others, right? That shows our people are skilled, so there will be naturally a dearth of people because they are being looked at from other countries, right? So this is where we need to pay a little more to keep these skilled guys, and also not only that, educate them, engage them, right? So that they will have that sense of loyalty to your organizations, right? That is where people will try to stay there for some time, but it will be difficult. It will be difficult. But also with regard to now your question, now since there is a dearth, now this is where digitalization also comes
Yes.
in a big way, right? We don't need that 100 people who were working 5 years ago to do the same thing now, right? It will be much lesser. But those people can be deployed elsewhere,
Yeah.
right? As a business, if we have to grow, that is what we are doing. Even though digitalization has come in, we try to deploy them in another area so that maybe sales,
Yes.
right? Maybe operations, maybe, of course, operations is being handled by the digital side,
Right.
but maybe sales, you connect.
The relationship.
Yeah. It's digitalization cannot, some things like the sales, you look at a person and sell, cannot happen. So things like, for things like those, we will need people. So I think what the organizations need to do is pay a bit more,
Yeah.
right? Naturally, organizations have started making profits, so you can pay a bit more because that is the people. People are the persons, people is the factor that naturally drives your business and the economy.
Yes. And you have to strike that balance.
That's right.
Thank you, Mr. Edirisinghe. We've been in conversation with the Director CEO of Pioneer Ship, Naleen Edirisinghe. Thank you very much for an insightful conversation.
Thank you, Ruwandi.
And thank you to all our viewers for joining us. Until next time, take care.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and X. Thank you for watching and stay safe.